We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Up first is Spaceman.
This bout is
so much hype surrounding this big match. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Beautiful counter punch. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Catch and shoot. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. How about that time counter shot? Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. There's a counter shot. Trying to land that jab. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Beautiful counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That bell could not. On to the second round. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
It's a flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut him off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put him on the back foot. Put him under pressure.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. So far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Misses with the straight left. That counter shot lands. Nice counter shot. One of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore. Insane action. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, he is in big... On to the third. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. fighter focuses on those long, straight punches, staying on the outside, and winning round after round.
If you want to corner an outside fighter, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
Nice counter. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. A perfect counter shot. Can't land that jab. Punch. Billy Div on the back foot. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will you do?
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. From this moment forward, there's the bell for round 4. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and start it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well done with that counter shot. Do you believe what we're seeing? And he scores with the counter. They exchange punches. He misses with that straight left. When are we going to see a jab from these two? That counter punch caught him clean. Punch, counter punch. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, this is the time that the things are starting to heat up now as we enter the 5th. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
Now he knows he's being hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. What a nightmare scenario. And Spaceman goes down. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? A perfect counter lands. Looks like he's going to try and bait his opponent here. You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they drop 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out. There's the bell to start round 6. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Billy Dim in trouble. No rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. The game plan does not... There's the bell to start round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him tight.
And I don't know. I got to take another look at that.
I need to see that again.
Got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Looks like he's leading halfway through this round.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
Through the uppercut, but did not score. Those counter punches have to hurt. in this fight, you're going to get knocked out. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. That uppercut just missed. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Beaten, bruised, and battered. And there's the bell for round 8. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Good counter punching. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
These two were made for each other. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might...
Every minute of this fight.
And we enter the ninth. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round. The stamina is off the charts. The straight right just misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. You've seen all the famous boxing movies. Everything looks better in slow motion. Let's take another look.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get triggered.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Both men step back for just a moment. They both want the knockout. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. They say no one knows. This is the 10th. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
I have no idea what they have left. How did you come back from something like that? Not twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
Nice counter punch.